Hello, thank you for joining. This is, I'm going to wait for people to join.
Yeah, wait for people.
I thought
Let lots of people join.
What I might do is, I'm not sure what to do.
Well, take your time.
While we're waiting for people to join. So
Say
I thought
hello.
I might start off with saying hello to everyone. Maybe I thought I might recite the Gayatri mantra. If
Honey,
you know
what's that good for? What's Gayatri mantra good for?
Well, today I'm going to cover pranayam. So let me just do the Gayatri mantra just as people join us. And then I'll go through the pranayam and some of the meanings behind that. Okay, so if you know the Gayatri mantra, do feel free to join in. Ready? Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya.
Where's your phone bit?
Last one. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Shivam Hari Om. So, hello everyone, thank you for joining. My name is Bittu. I'm one of the co-founders of Morley. You may know me from Mindfulness Fridays.
Sometimes Saturdays.
And today I'll be doing this entirely sober. So we have covered pranayam previously, and I thought in our current climate that an aid to respiratory health would be beneficial, and a lot of people seem to be on board with that idea. So going forward, we will be doing a pranayam session twice weekly on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30.
And maybe 3 times.
If the take-up is great, then we may extend that. But I thought in the current climate that would be great. Also, I think that if you're trying to have a ritual, then perhaps we can be part of your ritual. And pranayam is a lovely thing to do in the morning, and I think that you will get something from it. Today then is going to be a slightly extended tutorial on pranayam and some of the thinking behind it. But then from Thursday morning and then twice weekly from then onwards, we will just do the pranayam, so I don't take too much of your time. So pranayam is a number of breathing techniques. So it's not just one technique; it's a number of techniques, and the etymology, the root of the word, is from pran, which means air or life force, and yama or ayam, meaning energy, if you like. So there are the more, workaday translations, which is just control of breath, and there's the more flowery, which my personal preference is more expansion of the individual energy into the individual energy being your own intake of air and oxygen into the cosmic energy. Ultimately, if you go by the Bhagavad Gita, where pranayama is mentioned, it is the ultimate control of breathing. So you enter a trance where you do not breathe, but we won't be covering that today. So COVID-19 attacks the respiratory system. And when we, in our day-to-day existence, we tend to breathe quite shallowly, and we don't fully flood our system with oxygen, with air. And that includes the very fine vessels at the very end of the lungs, if you like. So what we're going to do is a fairly elementary form of pranayam called Nadi Shodhana. There are various forms, as I mentioned, and this is not the most straightforward, which involves basically lying down. This is one I think that you will benefit from. It will really help your system, and it's not too difficult to do if you're a beginner.
But Han, we can move on to different methods.
Yes, exactly right. So we will cover some of the more advanced methods just as we progress together, really, until we get to Kapalabhati, which is my favourite. But let's start with baby steps, so we all can learn together.
This is a good one for Pitta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So my advisor off screen advises me this is especially good for people who have a slight Pitta imbalance. So Nadi Shodhana, it really means Nadi meaning channel and Shodhana meaning cleansing or purifying. So it cleanses and purifies your passageways, but also if you believe in that kind of thing, which I personally do, it helps to unblock your chakras as well. So when I've done this previously, I've done it in a very elementary way. So today we're going to go through some of the more traditional forms, techniques if you like, but of course the important things that you remain comfortable while you do it. Okay, so I'll show you the way that it's supposed to be done, but then you can always modify it for your own personal comfort.
Can you show an easier way as well?
So one of the techniques, okay, is how you hold your hand. So coming back to the meaning of Nadi Shodhana, in the West we tend to just call it, rather than go back to the source of what it means, we tend to call it cyclical or alternate nostril breathing. Okay, so we're going to breathe in through one nostril, out the other, and go around. Okay, and so that involves closing one nostril while you breathe through the other using your hands, obviously. Now, the scriptures say that the mudra you should use, a mudra being the hand formation, if you like. So there are various mudras, and they control the way you can control the flow of chi through your body. So I've heard various people use different forms. The most traditional form is what's called the Vishnu Mudra, and that involves closing. It's basically this. It's the only mudra actually that you use one-handed, and it has to be done with your right hand. But of course, if you're left-handed, then you're more comfortable using your left hand, or if you find this painful or difficult to do, then the idea is just to close your nostrils. So use what's comfortable for you. I'm going to use Vishnu Mudra because it's what I've learned to use, but also it means I can, rather than cover my face with the third eye technique, which is also quite popular, it means that you can see what I'm doing. So one more thing before I start, I should just talk about the inhalation. Now in the West, especially if you train or you have some fitness regime and you have a strong core, we adopted this way where we breathe into our chest rather than into our whole body. Okay, and so I'm going to encourage you today to what's called belly breathing. So breathe into your belly rather than just filling your chest. So we'll start off with just 3 rounds of belly breathing. It's just basically just breathing, but rather than just expanding your chest, you're going to sort of relax your belly and breathe into your belly. Sorry, I should have this stand a bit lower. So that's how we're going to start off. Then we're going to enter into pranayama. And as I say, it's quite elementary. What we're going to do, so I'll explain what we're going to do, then we'll do it together. Okay? So we're going to breathe in through the right nostril and out through the right nostril. We're going to do it 5 times. The inhalation and the exhalation should be of the same length. I will do for the count of 5. If you can join me, that'd be fantastic. If you want to do slightly longer, shorter or longer, that do feel free. At the top and bottom, I will stop for a count of 1. Now, various techniques encourage for longer or shorter, but we're doing a fairly elementary version, so let's just do the count of 1.
So eventually you build up and you hold at the top, don't you?
Yes, I mean, well, it's not a competitive sport, You need to do what's comfortable for you, really. So we're going to do that. So right nostril, then left nostril, 5 counts of each, with a slight hold at the top.
Why do we find it longer? Why do we find it harder to breathe in for longer?
I'm not sure we do.
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay.
No, it's out
that's
for longer.
Single nostril. Then we're going to go for in through the right nostril, out through the left, and then back up through the left and out through the right. Okay, that we'll do for the count of 10, because really there's no that's quite a balanced breath. It's not like you're having a cycle. And then the last ritual way of going is going to be up through the right, out through the left, up through the right, out through the left, for 5, and then back the other way, up through the left, out through the right, up through the left, out through the right. That's going to be the completion of the pranayama, and we'll just finish off with 3 chants of Om, just again to regulate the breath. So let's get this party started, shall we? So just to again to loosen our belly, to accept our breath into our whole system rather than into our chest, I encourage you to put your left hand on your belly, so you can just feel it up and going up and down. Just loosen your waistband. If you're wearing constricted clothing, just relax your belly. Give yourself permission.
Is it below the belly button, hand?
Just below the rib cage.
Just below the rib cage.
Okay, so breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, 3 times, relaxing your belly, feeling your whole system flood with air. Okay, adopt your chosen mudra or hand position, and we're going to go up through the right nostril. Hold at the top. Sorry, I'm mistake. Up through and out through the right again. Sorry. Hold at the top. Last one. Drop down nostrils. Hold at the top. Now, up through the right, out through the left, and back up through the left and out through the right for 10. Ready? That's 4.
Locking the right. Now locking the left. Lock the
2
right.
more.
Lock the left.
Last one. Up to the left, up to the right. Out to the left. Up to the left. And out to the right. Now for the last cycle we're going to go the full cyclical breathing, which is up through the right, out through the left, up through the right, out through the left for 5, and then back the other way, up through the left, out through the right.
What does that do, huh?
That just exchanges oxygen through around your lungs. Okay, let's go. You can adopt your mudra. Up through the left, up to the right. Hold at the top. Up to the left. Hold. Last one, up to the right. And out to the left. Now, back the other way, up to the left, out to the right, up to the left, out to the right, again for 5. Remember to breathe into the belly. Last time. Out through the right. And we're going to finish up. Thank you for joining me. We're going to finish up with 3 chants of Om, just to regulate the breath.
Can we then ask you questions?
Deep breath. Om. Thank you.
Wait, you can't go yet.
Oh.
Bittu, does it matter which side you start on?
No. I'm sure that if you read the Gita or find the source text, that there may be a preferable way to start. I from what I've read, it doesn't really matter. As long as you balance. The important thing is balance.
Okay.
Like, you mustn't work on one passage more than the other. So that's why we've done it cyclically, both ways, up one and out the same one. So the important thing is to have balance.
And are you building up then to holding for longer? Because you didn't hold very long today.
No.
So are you building up?
Well, the ultimate goal apparently is to be able to not breathe, to enter a trance without breath. So when you hear about yogis who can be buried underground for days and survive on little or no oxygen, that is pranayama. We're not aiming to do that, but there is some merit in holding your breath, and we will go on to holding breath for extended period of times, but I think we won't do it as part of pranayama, as part of Nadi Shodhana. We'll probably do that as part of Kapalbhati, where we've all become a bit more advanced, and holding breath. It can be dangerous if you're not familiar with what you're doing. So let's build slowly with Nadi Shodhana. Let's all practice it together. Then I'll introduce Kapalbhati, and we can then have extended holding of breath as well.
What's Kapalbhati good for, Han? Is that the bellows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kapalbhati, we'll go into greater depth. Let's not run before we can walk. Kapalbhati is supposed to be good for losing belly fat.
Yeah.
But it's great really for the core. So we'll cover Kapalbhati in probably the next few weeks. But let's start slowly. Let's build all of our immunity. Let's try and improve our physical health and our emotional health through Nadi Shodhana first.
And do you like this one the best, or is this the one you favour as your daily?
If I have a few minutes, you can do this anywhere. So Nadi Shodhana you can do anywhere. I like to do it seated, but you can do it. You can do it. I like to have it sitting on the floor, but you can do it sitting in a chair. The important thing is to have a nice relaxed belly. The Kapalbhati is more challenging because you do look a bit more weird when you're doing it because it's quite an explosive breath. So
quite hard work actually in the beginning.
It can be. But Nadi Shodhana is a great one and you can do anywhere.
Yeah. And does anybody else have any questions? So far it's just Gerald and the missus asking the questions. But if anyone has any questions, please do ask. And if you enjoyed this form of breathing, it would be lovely. Oh, did you like it, Claire? Yeah, and it makes you feel calm and energized at the same time, which is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So I find when I'm doing it, I'm not really great at meditation. I've never really got the hang of it. Anita swears by it, and it really benefits her. But I find this kind of breathing technique like a form of meditation in that you are quite mindful of what you're doing. You can't really be distracted by external.
Thanks, Gerald.
By external influences. So I find for me that practicing pranayama is, in fact, if you do yoga, you probably practice pranayama already. You know, when your yoga teacher says, as we enter this asana, breathe in, and as we do this asana, breathe out, that is essentially pranayama. In fact, it is pranayama. It's measuring your breathing to your asana.
That's great that it helps with anxiety. And somebody asked about books. And which books are good, and we will list some on our website for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Gerald made a really good point. This form of breathing is excellent for the skin as well, of course, because before you rush out and buy a serum, our serums are brilliant, but equally important, or more important, I would say, is breathing. Absolutely.
Well, I think we the face serum is fantastic, and I have good skin, and it's because I use our serum. But you need to do the basics: sleep well, eat well, hydrate. Okay, yeah. If you don't do those things, no number of lotions and potions are going to help you. Well, the serum might help. But really, yes, Gerald, you're absolutely right. Let's go for the low-hanging fruit first. Sleep well, eat well, hydrate.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
In fact, coming back to the skin,
pleasure.
Kapalbhati actually translates as shining skull.
Yeah.
Not sure why.
Yeah.
But maybe I've got a shining skull from doing it. I don't know.
Well, thank you, Doris. Really, thank you. All of you who are joining us regularly, it's a real joy to see you, actually.
Yeah, it really is.
Thank you.
So please do, I think we're doing the next one on Thursday, 8:30.
Yeah, and let us know if 8:30 is a good time as well.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Would you mostly all prefer 8 o'clock? Would you mostly all prefer 8:30? Let us know. But actually, even if we did do 8, it would be on the stories for 24 hours.
We saved on stories. But
Pleasure, Melody.
I think that wraps it up from me until Thursday morning, and then we'll have we'll have a mindfulness this weekend.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
So thank you for sharing this with me.
Thank you, Doris. Thank you, Melody.
How do I do
8
this,
or
Lisa?
8:30. That's really kind. Thank you. Thank you.
Can you help me log off from here?
Yeah, you would need to end your video, my darling.
Oh, how do I end my video?
You see, you need your missus, don't you? You try and ignore me, but you need your wife. So
I'm losing my sense of calm already.
Can you do it again? Quick, do it again. Can you see where it says end?
Up here.
That's right.
Okay.
And you end.
There we go.
And then now you want to do end now. End now.